Okay, and now I'm back, broadcasting live with the power of Alpha Semper Phi Omega. Drank a cup of coffee, and I'm gonna try to put my faith in it. Yes, we're still live. What happened before? Well, it canceled me out. Canceled me out. Now some Maroon 5 in the background of the Roots Radio. Best internet broadcasting site ever. Closing the window just a bit. So the day was filled with dittos and talking and just more than I needed to know about recovery. I didn't really think I had a problem to begin with. I still don't think I have had a problem with herbs. It's just my family doesn't like me smoking, so they kicked me out. But that's not even the reason they kicked me out. It's so much deeper than that, and it has nothing to do with marijuana. And there's it's Maroon 5 on in the background. What is this? What is this? Enter a message? Why would I want to enter a message for what? I want to broadcast live again. Okay. So there's nothing to talk about. I can read the dittos, I guess, that they've been giving me and talk about them in my own right. Yeah, let's do that. What would O&A do in the same situation? They would give up. Anybody else would just give up. It's just not worth it. Let's see. Oh, I wrote a poem today. Gotta get to my poem. It goes like this. You watching? In my soul journal, in my journal, baby. It's called The Whistling K Girl. The Whistling K Girl loves seeing the first kiss of beauty and brightness, a summertime bliss. Though she flies away when he doth stray, and the lady says, a little bird told me. Ah, isn't that good? Do you know that 250 or 25,000 elephants were killed last year in blood ivory? For their ivory. I remember when I had to get my ivory. It was so upsetting because I so much love ivory. I thought the elephants were just giving it to me. I didn't know they were killed. Oh, we have so much to do. And I think we need to investigate our own form of terrorist mind control. If the terrorists can mind control people, so can the Union. That's something else we got to get into. How would you recruit for good instead of for evil like the terrorists? Hmm? We must recruit for good, not evil. I can't wait. Ah, it's in my mouth. I can't wait till we have more lucid effects. And here's a quote from JFK that I wrote down. It says, if art is to nourish the roots of our culture, society must see the artist free to follow his vision wherever it takes him. Speaking of which, that JFK quote, tell me what that means to you. Hit me up on Facebook. I know you never will, because I'm not allowed to have listeners. There's my 4 minutes of fame. This segment brought to you by Bank of America and Virgin Mobile. Nice. Little Rage Against the Machine on in the background. Oh, I have to. Look, there's my flower. I ate the pansies. And two more sprung up. Oh, look at you. I'll put you in the sunlight. You can get some sun, get some water. Yeah, we'll get you some water. With some rage in the background. So let's see, what else could I do? Oh, I got coffee all over this notebook. Oh, so upsetting. All right, we'll do this tomorrow. The components, 10 components of recovery. Today we'll do something else. Because I gotta crumple up one piece of paper. How to cope with mental illness. See? There's the paper. All they do is they give us dittos and handouts all day. And we basically have to cope with them. It goes like this. How to cope with mental illness. Any mental illness is a concern, no matter how docile or severe the effects on the sufferer are. However, many people who have developed mental problems throughout their lives go on to live fairly normal and successful lives. Just to give you a hint into what I have to deal with. Just because you have a mental disorder, such as paranoid schizophrenia or split personality disorder, there is no reason why you still can't enjoy a quality life. In this article are several pieces of information on how to cope with mental illness that's verified and supported by doctors and psychologists. Number one, talk to people who has overcome mental illness. When I say overcome mental illness, it doesn't mean that they have fully cured their mental problem. It simply means they are now able to control it and not have it affect their lives in a large, negative manner. It is very rare to fully recover from a mental disorder, but overcoming and controlling the mental problem is almost good enough. Ugh. And this is what every day is like. By talking to someone who is past the worst stages of their mental illness and are able to live with a high quality of life, you should be able to understand the steps they have taken to reach a place of high mental peace. You should be able to find out how they've done it. Even if you don't learn any practical information from them, the sheer motivational factor will be enough of a reward for your troubles. For people who suffer from mental problems, thinking about ever living a normal life can seem impossible. It's the last thing that they will think can happen. In terms of coping, talking to someone who truly understands your experiences can help a lot, as much as friends and family can sympathize with you. The empathy and experience you gain from someone else who suffers from a mental illness can be invaluable. So basically, talk to people who have overcome mental illness. And I don't know a single person who has overcome mental illness. As by their definition, you stay in the system, you get sucked in the system, and it destroys you more than it helps you. I don't think you need 4 hours a day to learn how to cope. I think you need 4 hours a day to look for a job or to do a radio show. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm hey Miguel, wasting valuable radio show time. We'll be right back with more because I can't record with anybody in the room.